I have to make an admission to you guys. I have to get something off my chest. I agree with Alyssa Mercante.
You suck!
Hold on. Don't shoot the messenger. Just hear me out. Alyssa Mercante was right. Welcome back to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idol, and the PS5 Pro can't convince me to care about tiny graphical upgrades. By Alyssa Mercante from Kotaku. Broken clocks can be correct twice a day. You can't say that I'm not objective because I have spent the last several months crusading against this broad. But when you're right, you're right. And yeah, the PS5 Pro can't convince me to care about tiny graphical upgrades. Needless to say, we got a piece of, I don't know if we'd call it good, but at least honest game journalism from Alyssa Mercante. Stop the presses, make sure the cats and dogs aren't living together, make sure that there's not a crack in the San Andreas fault that's going to send California off into the ocean, although that wouldn't necessarily be such a bad thing. And let's go through this article. Before we do, hit that subscribe button. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day. And I'm worried about how many people just hit that unsub button after I just simply said the words Alyssa Mercante was right. But again, hear me out. Today, Sony officially unveiled, obviously not today, this is a couple days ago, the PS5 Pro, a mid-gen refresh of the 2020 PS5 console that boasts some new bells and whistles and at a $700 price tag. During the 9-minute long technical presentation, system architect Mark Kearney, I feel like maybe this is why she's not a fan of the PS5 Pro. His name is way too similar to Grum's real name. Maybe it just makes her, gives her the ick, as the kids say. Mark Kearney showed us all new features, from advanced ray tracing to an upgraded GPU, and the upcoming console's ability to hit higher frame rates at higher resolutions. Some gamers are ecstatic that the PS5 Pro, which costs more than any other game console ever has. Not true. The Neo Geo, not Neo Geo, the 3DO I'm pretty sure costs the same when you adjust for inflation. But again, to be fair, nothing necessarily dishonest or blatant lying. I just don't think she knows her gaming history because, again, I don't really know if Alyssa Mercante's a real gamer. But she does make some compelling points here. Which costs more than any other game console ever has, can produce beautiful graphics at the highly sought-after 60 FPS. But I couldn't care less. Oh my goodness, I'm in agreeance with Alyssa Mercante. And when she says, I think it's a she, when she says there are some gamers that are ecstatic for the PS5 Pro, wrong. There are Sony soy boys that are ecstatic for the PS Pro, but those aren't real gamers. They're diseases that play video games. I just want my console or PC to run my favorite video games without overheating, blowing up, or crashing. I gotta say, I agree again. Okay, hold on. Did homie just like hop on a spaceship, take a little joyride to Futurama world, get a brain slug attached to her noggin? Because I ain't ever seen Alyssa Mercante make this much sense. I don't know if anybody has. Someone check on her, make sure she's okay. Smash JT, did you call her boyfriend? I do not give a shit if a leaf in the background of Spider-Man 2 was sharper on the PS5 Pro, and quite frankly, I didn't see much of a difference during the presentation. I didn't either. I kind of feel sick inside, but also, again, I'm objective. I've always told people I will call out truth when I see it, regardless of who it's coming from, and I'm not going to let my disgust and disdain for this cultural nightmare, get away. She's got good points. It really is that simple. Broken clocks. I don't really have much more to say. Let's see. That I do during a quarterly... I can't justify spending more on a video game console than I do during a quarterly Botox session, especially when the purported improvements seem barely discernible to the naked eye. Anyone else kind of curious about this Botox thing? Because I feel like we've all been saying that for months, and now it's just casually confirmed in an article about PlayStation, of all things. I didn't expect Botox and PlayStation to really go together. You know what? Let's just keep going. At a certain point in the presentation, Sony compared the visuals of a variety of games running on both PS5's performance mode, which favors frame rates over graphics, and the PS5 Pro. What we see here is a difference in detail, Sony says, as a clip shows Ellie from The Last of Us Part 2 aiming down sights. I caught myself leaning in so close to the monitor, my eyes went slightly wonky. Honey, your eyes have been wonky since we found out who you were. You got them crazy girl eyes, but again, I'll give you a pass. Just this once, Not the same kind of pass Atreus would give you, but that's neither here nor there. The difference in detail, you can kind of read a sign tracked to a tower 50 yards away. Is this going to fundamentally change your gaming experience? Will the ability to read the warning on the watchtower help me better understand the dangers of contributing to a cycle of violence? I don't think so. Aside from the praise of the story and message of The Last of Us 2, again, she's right! Fuck, Alyssa out here batting 1,000! Oh, it hurts, folks, it hurts. My favorite is the parade scene from Ratchet & Clank, Cerny says, showing another side-by-side comparison of the PS5 in performance mode versus the PS5 Pro. Distant details are much clearer. The camera zooms in on the crowd of aliens populating the stands in the background of the scene, and though they are definitely sharper and more in focus on the PS5 Pro, I once again ask, does this matter? If I was in the midst of playing through this moment, would I stop to wonder at the fidelity of bug-eyed alien waving in the stands? I have been saying this same shit for years. There is a reason I so often go back and I play games from the Dreamcast, from the GameCube, from the PlayStation 1, from the Sega goddamn Genesis. Those don't exactly have top-of-the-line graphics by today's standards. In fact, you don't even play them in HD unless you're running emulators on your PC or you've got some sort of HD collection. But if you're going back and playing the original hardware, bro, you rocking that CRT. You've got some RCA cables up in that bitch. And I prefer that because 9 times out of 10, the games are better and the consoles were more fun. Like, she's kind of onto something here, or maybe if she's not onto something, maybe I've been retarded this whole time, but I don't think so. I think that I'm actually quite an intelligent individual, and yes, who cares about graphics if the game isn't fun, if the overall system is nothing more than look how realistic we can make it when we play games for escapism. What makes the games better? Graphics, they really don't. Like, Spyro the Dragon is great on the original PS1, and it's great with the Spyro Reignited trilogy. One has objectively better graphics, but is it really better than the PS1 games? No, it's a one-to-one recreation, and they're almost identical. Like, I could easily pop on either one and have the same level of fun factor, so no. The graphics really don't matter much. There are some gamers who are frame rate and fidelity sickos. One of them works at Kotaku, and he goes by Zach Zweisen. Oh man, throwing shade at your partner in crime there. And I guess I can see why the PS5 Pro is their shit. I did let out a quiet "oh" at the bright yellow car reflecting in the paint of a black car driving next to it in Gran Turismo 7 during the presentation. And for games where frame rates are key and stuttering or input latency can break immersion or even cause you to die or lose, I can wrap my head around why maybe you'd be amped to see a game running at 60 FPS with gorgeous graphics. This is all shit that should have been included in the first edition, though, of the PlayStation 5. Just throwing that out there. But with a $700 price tag and no disc drive, you need to fork over an extra $80 for that, and only slightly discernible differences in terms of graphics and frame rates. I just can't bring myself to get excited over the PS5 Pro. If I had not told you guys this was Kotaku, if I had not told you guys that this was Alyssa Mercante, would you have thought it? Would you have believed it? You would have, I guarantee you, you would have thought, wow, someone writing this understands gaming, cares about gamers, and what the industry is doing by selling $700 hardware that shouldn't exist to begin with, that should have existed, when the initial version of the PlayStation 5 came out. Here is a person that truly seems to give a shit about the industry instead of, owning the chuds, instead of running fake charities for trans people where the money actually gets embezzled. But that's not what we got. This was from Alyssa Mercante, and frankly, dare I say I'm impressed. Now, does this change absolutely anything about her? No, not in the slightest, but I'm a man of my word, and I've always said that even if I dislike somebody, even if I vehemently disagree with somebody on certain topics, I will give them credit where they are correct. Can you guys do the same? That's the real reason I'm making this video. I'm truly curious how far, how deep the echo chamber has gone, because I want to be wrong. I hope you guys watch this, look at this, and think, God damn, doesn't matter how much I hate her. Doesn't matter how much of a little slimeball snake she is. She is correct here, and I gotta give credit where credit's due, because that will show that we are the side of common sense, we are the side of logic, we are the side that can set aside petty differences and acknowledge when somebody makes a good point, regardless of where they fall on the culture war, regardless of where they fall on, their side of the political aisle. Because something being correct should just be that, correct. And we shouldn't let the different ideological and political and social divides keep us from acknowledging and accepting truth. It really is that simple. Even when somebody you despise says something that is correct, do you have the mental and emotional fortitude to acknowledge that they're correct? Or are you going to sit there and then be in the comment section and get mad and say that, oh, Leon has gone woke, he's just kissing up to Alyssa Mercante, I bet he's afraid of being sued, this, that, and the other, and only further prove that the worry I have about an echo chamber within the anti-woke movement is in fact growing. It's up to you. That's the real reason to make this video, and if you made it this far to find that out, then I commend you, because that should already answer the question. But those are just my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below, or let me know on X, where you can find me at Bolt the Word, and please do subscribe. I am a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day, and not always about Alyssa Mercante or the gamergate, but anime, movies, music, Magic the Gathering, you name it. Check me out on Instagram at wordsofparadise_Leon, and become a member for $4.99 a month. You can join the Discord, choose the articles I go over on a day-to-day basis, choose the videos I react to on my Friday night live streams, and of course, get involved with over 80 other vital idols. We are a bright, beautiful, glowing, vibrant community that I cannot wait to grow even faster, because we do care about diversity, but only one kind of diversity of thought. If that's interesting to you, join the Discord, hit subscribe, and until next time, it is all here in the Nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise.